The Saratoga County Amateur Radio Association Net will begin in 2 minutes. This is W2EMS. Good evening. This is W2EMS, net control for the Saratoga County Amateur Radio Association Net. My name is Fred. The intent of this net is for passing of information about amateur radio in and around our area. First, I'll do a call for stations you join the net, followed by comments from each station. Stations you join the net, your call signed phonetically, the frequency you're calling on, and your first name. Take your time, careful about doubles, and I'll take any and all check-ins at this time.
And KD2OVI checking in at 14700 on the HP. There is November Lima Echo on the O3 mobile. Name is Rick.
This is Kilo 2, Echo Uniform, Dave, Clifton Park.
This is Whiskey Bravo 2, November Sierra Charlie, Lee on 2-4.
There is November Juliet 1 Foxtrot, Brian on 00.
This is Whiskey 2, Quebec Charlie Yankee, Echo Link.
This is Kilo Delta 2, Delta X-Ray Quebec, 6 on 2-4.
This November 2, Quebec, Foxtrot Tango, Joe on 2-4.
This is Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Delta Delta, Bill and Gansford on 00. Over. Well, good evening, one and all. Thanks for checking in. Do a quick roll call down the list and see if we have any corrections or additional stations to join. We have Dan, KD2OVI, Rick, WB2NLE, Dave, K2EU, Lee, WB2NSC, Brian, NJ1F, John, W2QCY, Dick, KD2DXQ, Joe, N2QFT, and Bill, KD2HDD. Are there any corrections to the list or additional stations to join? All right, looks like we got Josh, N1ZGA, adding to the list as well. Joe, N2QFT, are you available to do backup net control tonight?
W2EMS, this is N2QFT. Absolutely, and it would be my honor. And I apologize for missing last week. I don't know where our head was, but we both forgot. So, yes, it's definitely my turn. N2QFT, good.
Sounds good. Thanks very much for that. All right, well, let's go right over to Dan, KD2OVI, for your comments on the net.
Good evening, everyone. This is Dan, KD2OVI, and I'm checking in tonight. And what I have new is that I purchased a 14-foot Comet telescopic mast with an antenna on it, with an antenna, dual-band antenna, and 25 feet of coax cable, and I'm going to use that for field day. I'm going to buy a battery, rechargeable battery, and a solar power charger to kind of make my field gear complete. And so we're kind of getting ready towards field day, and we're looking forward to it. We had a nice evening tonight. We had some steamed clams for dinner, and we're just winding down here. So this is Dan, KD2OVI.
Oh, very good, Dan. Thanks for that report. What a great report that was. We got some ham radio stuff in there, some field day stuff, and some great dinner plans. So, sounds great. Thanks very much. Let's go over to Rick. WB2NLE, your comments for the net.
Hi, Fred, and everybody on the net. I'm just down outside of Mayfield, taking a Sunday drive. And let's see, I changed the antenna on this radio, I changed the power control, and it seems to be working combination, so I'm very happy. WB2NLE, and back to net.
Very good, Rick. Thanks very much for those comments. All right, let's see. We're down to Dave, K2EU. Your comments for the net.
K2EU, good evening, Fred, and everyone on the net. Yeah, it ended up here being kind of a nice day today in Clifton Park. The temperature definitely has gone down, and the sun's come out a little bit, so it's all good. Struggled with a little bit of WinLink work this week, but thanks to K2LM Jim, I was finally able to get into the Saratoga repeater and got my stuff out, so it's all ended up well. Back to net control.
K2ELL repeater.
Good deal. And you were doing that through packet or some other mode?
Packet right now. I'm working on Vera in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah, have you been able to hit the Vera site over Mike out in Rensselaer?
I'm struggling with Mike's right now, even just with normal packet. I was always able to get into him, and for some reason now, I don't know if it's my antenna being in the trees a little bit or what it is, but I just can't seem to hit him. So we're working on it.
Sounds good. Thanks for the update there. All right, let's go over to Lee. WB2 NSC. Your comments for the net.
This is WB2 NSC. Yeah, it was a good week. We got a lot of yard work done and enjoyed some good conditions on 6-meter FT8 this week. It's that time of year. Back to net. WB2 NSC.
Very good, Lee. Thanks for those comments. Let's see, right over to Brian. NJ1F. Your comments for the net.
Good evening, Fred, and everyone on the net. It's a really good week, amateur radio-wise, even though normally at this time I'd be on my way home from Dayton, but did attend some of the contest university and some of the forums that would have normally taken place at Dayton, virtually, of course. Looking forward to next year, getting together in person. Just a couple things. I know Dave, K1TTT, is still looking for some operators to help out with his special event station. He's going to be operating as K1P to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the founding of the town of Peru, Mass. And he's going to be operating, having his station available from the 28th of June through July 9th. So if you ever wanted to see what it's like to operate a station with stacked Yaggies and 1,500 watts on all bands, this is your opportunity. Information at k1ttt.net. And the other thing is, it's just on the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club's virtual meeting, and they are full steam ahead for doing their Ham Fest. That's going to be taking place on Sunday, August 22nd, and gates open at 7 a.m., and it's in Adams, Massachusetts. So check the NoBark website for more details. 6 meters is popped open. I know a lot of my friends caught an opening earlier this week where it was open to Europe quite well. I know this morning I was on 10 meters and worked Europe with 100 watts and a dipole. So keep checking the bands. There's some pretty good openings. Back to you, Fred.
Oh, very good, Brian. Thanks for that. Also, the NoBark Hamfest also see a $5 admission fee there. And this is probably a good time just to pause. We did have a board meeting on Friday evening. Talked a little bit about the Saratoga County Hamfest. And it looks like the fairgrounds have us penciled in for September the 12th. Sunday, September the 12th. So I know that there's going to be some additional discussion on that, but I think the outcome of the meeting on Friday was that we should be penciling in Sunday, September the 12th at the fairgrounds. Also, as an FYI, East Greenbush is holding their Hamfest this year. They seem to have a lot of sponsors there. You should probably go to that website and take a look. And that is on Saturday, August 21st. Saturday, August 21st, and that's a $7 admission fee there. So there's 3 of them backed up for you. East Greenbush on August 21st, NoBark on August 22nd, in Saratoga County on September the 12th. I'm just going to drop this for a moment. And feel free to comment on any of those as we move forward. All right, let's go over to, I think we're down to John, W2QCY. Your comments for the net.
Good evening. This is W2QCY. I'm glad you made a longer transmission because I had just had a coughing fit. So your timing was good, Fred. Nice evening out here on the porch, and looking forward to some nice weather this week. I did get to attend the QCWA virtual annual meeting yesterday. That was very interesting. They sure give out a number of scholarships and among other things, and that's really great. I've seen some of the applicants' information in the journal, and nice to see young people looking for scholarships and doing some good things. And great, the Hamfest calendar's going up. And I guess that's all I got. W2QCY, back to net.
Very good, John. Thanks for those comments. See, right down to Dick, KD2DXQ. Your comments for the net.
Well, he'll be back in just a second. He had to step away from the radio, so put him on pause.
All right, sounds good. Joe, why don't you go ahead? N2QFT, your comments for the net.
All righty, thank you very much. Adding to the Hamfest list, unfortunately, there's really nothing close here, but I did some looking to see what was going on. And Southern Tier Hamfest is June 5th in Alma, New York. June 12th is the Cortland Hamfest. Saturday, July 10th is the Rags Hamfest out in the Syracuse area. I get the Syracuse and Rochester ones confused. Wherever Camillus is, and I always never know if I pronounce it right. Let's see. July 17th is Batavia in Alexander, New York. July 24th, Moravia. And August 28th is Rock City Hamfest in Macedon. And September 11th is Lancaster. And October 2nd is Palmyra. So, don't have a complete list, but that's what's going on if somebody wanted to take a couple of days and get away. I guess they're all pretty much within a day's ride, but some of them I wouldn't want to try to drive out there and drive back in the same day. But anyway, just adding to the database. That's about it. Back to net controls. This is N2QFT.
Very good, Joe. Thanks very much for that. That list, that's a good deal. Let's see. Let's go over to Bill, KD2HDD. Your comments for the net.
This is KD2HDD. Good evening, Fred. Good evening to the net. Joe, yes, Camillus is in the Syracuse area. That's where some of my that's where my sister-in-law came from. So, kind of know some of the odd names around there, especially since she has some nephews and nieces down there. Radio-wise, I haven't really done too much. Kind of happy with my new dual band antenna. All my antennas being on the hood to cowl them out instead of on the roof, kind of like that. Continuing to do some experimenting with that. That's probably it. Had a nice couple of warm days. Should be cooling off. Hope everyone enjoys it. K2HDD, back to that.
Very good, Bill. Thanks very much for those comments. Let's go over to Josh, and 1ZGA. Your comments for the net. All right, very good, Josh. Thanks for those comments. Let's go back over to Dick, KD2DXQ. Your comments for them.
No, he's not back yet, so I'll say hi for him, and I'm sure he'll say, hope everybody has a good week. And that's about it. He did get a lot, not a lot of radio time this week. Neither did I. So, busy with another project, so we'll talk more about that later. N2QFT and KD2DXQ.
Oh, very good, Joe. Thanks for jumping in there. And I guess we'll pause for just a moment and see if we have any additional stations to join the net tonight, or if anyone else on the net has additional comments or questions.
This is K5 EBI Frank up here in Glens Falls on 00.
And the net recognizes Frank, KA5VVI. Go ahead with your comments, Frank.
Fred, this is KA5EBI Frank up here in Glens Falls. I had a good little trip to Goshen, Connecticut yesterday to the Ham Fest. It was pretty good. There was a lot of people wearing masks and a lot of people without wearing masks. But it was a good Ham Fest. They had 3 or 4 vendors, plus they had a lot of food, plus they had a lot of car hopping, guys selling out tailgating, I mean. And it was pretty neat. There was a lot of stuff to get there. I got me a Bioenno battery. The Quicksilver was there, and they had all kinds of Bioenno batteries. And I got one of them, and they threw in a free charger. So it was really good price there too. And we had a lot of fun. It was a 2.5-hour ride down and 2.5-hour ride back, but it was only from 8 to noon anyway, and we enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. And let me roll it. And this afternoon I was listening on 14262, and I heard a Katrina 5 hurricane, K5H. And they're having a contest right now, or not a contest, a collection of special event station, for the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. And it's going on for a few more days, so if you want to get the 5 or 6 stations in there The K5H was the special event special station. So I got to talk to him this afternoon, like I said, on 14262. And they have a few more days. So if you look up K5H on QRZ, you'll get a lot more of the information. Also, I better roll it again. Still have plenty of room to for anybody who wants to sign up to test or to volunteer as an examiner. On the 12th of June at 9 o'clock at the Warren County Municipal Center down in the classroom. Testing starts at 9 o'clock, so be there a few minutes early. We can test all classes, technician, general, and extra class. And if you want to volunteer to test, or if you want to volunteer to be a volunteer examiner, please go to w2wcr.org and sign up under the technician class test. And back to you, Fred. K5EBI.
Hey, Frank, you got a minute for a couple of questions about the Hamfest?
I'm here.
So maybe you could comment on, I know you said Quicksilver was there. How many other vendors were actually on site would be a good question. And also, can you talk a little bit about the food? Was that like food trucks that were there, or vendor booths that were already set up, or how did that work?
Okay, well, the bad news is the restroom was about a quarter mile away. But they had a guy cooking burgers and breakfast sandwiches, like eggs and ham and stuff. Just one guy over there, and he had a metal grill, and so they made them when you ordered them. So they didn't have anything pre-cooked, didn't have French fries or anything. They had coffee and soda pops. That's about it. But it was just those quick things. So if you needed something to eat or drink, they definitely had something. But it took a few minutes to cook it, and he had his own. He had all that next to all the stuff he was selling right next door. So it was pretty neat. They had indoors and outdoors. They had spaces for tailgaters and alike, and then they had 2 new vendors inside. There's new stuff, and they also had somebody from the ARL handing out stuff, and they also had like Quicksilver, and I can't remember the other ones, but the guy with all the little knick-knack parts that you needed to get, all the little parts, he was there too, and there was another guy selling new coax, and our friend Bruce from Albany was down there selling stuff off too.
All right, very good, Frank. Thanks for that. I know the board was talking on Friday about should we do an Hamfest, should we not, and how grandiose should it be, and so I think those decisions are still in the works. So that's good information on that. Thanks for providing that. All right, I guess I'll pause one more time, see if we have any additional stations to join tonight, or any comments from anyone on that.
This is and 2P in and out, please.
John, 00.
And to QFT.
Okay, our Hotel Romeo station. I think out in Burnt Hills, I think, if I remember correctly. I couldn't get your whole call sign there, but I know you're on an HT, so if you could move just a little bit and then try that again, come on in with your comments.
K2ELL repeater.
HRR.
Go ahead, you're loud and clear.
Yes. Got up from work. Planning on making trying to participate field day, so I'm hoping to learn a portable Go box. But need to make some progress in that pretty soon. So that's my plan for ham radio. Back to net control. Thanks.
Oh, very good. Well, thanks for those comments, and we're looking forward to field day as well. I think it's going to be some folks are going to be working from home, and I think other folks may be working out of the county fire training center. We're still working on the details of that, but details to come. All right, I think I heard a comment in there from CXQ. Dick, did you have something you wanted to add?
I just apologize for missing last week, and I did miss everybody and talking to everybody, but I have no really excuse for not being there. Just forgot. I'm getting old.
Well, we're all getting older, and sometimes it just slips our mind. So, not a big deal at all. Thanks for jumping in there. And then we had an additional comment from Joe, QFT. Go ahead.
Okay, at this point, I have a count of 1-3.
Oh, I definitely concur with 1-3. Thanks for doing our backup net control and keeping track here. That's always a good deal. All right, I guess we'll make this last call. Last call for any additional stations to join the net or comments from anyone on the net.
Here is November 2, Papa Echo Quebec. Not sure if you got me in the last pileup.
This is Kilowatt 2, Romeo Hotel, India. Bolio coming to you on 2-4.
All right, looks like we got JR and Bob in there, N2PQ. JR, go ahead with your comments.
Good evening to everybody on the net. Hoping to hear some news about the Hamfest this week, but looks like that may be postponed. I'm not sure. It's good to hear a little bit of 10-meter activity going on lately, and so I'm hoping that means the bands will open up a little bit wider, so we get to talk to some other people, make new ham friends. That's about it for me. And let's see, you don't have to add me to the log because let's see, the downside of this volunteer hub thing is you get 3 emails and per net. And I check into a lot of nets, so I don't know. That's what my thoughts are on that whole thing. Here is N2PEQ, back to net.
Oh, very good, JR. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard, but it looks like Saratoga Club will be doing some type of ham fest. It looks like September the 12th, Sunday, September the 12th at the Boston Spa Fairgrounds. We're not really sure of the exact details of that. The board is still working on exactly how grandiose that ham fest will be, or maybe just a tailgating session or something like that. We're still gathering those details, but I think something's going to actually happen on September the 12th.
Okay, that may be good. I will certainly pass that along. N2PEQ.
All right, let's go down to Bob, K2RHI. Your comments for the net?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everyone on the net. This is K2RHI Mobile. From a ham radio perspective, I picked up an Icon 7200 and arrived shortly thereafter for the tower and throw a wire up. Looking forward to testing my hand out on, or trying my hand out on some HF privileges. And I am almost to the site to try to get the 14519 repeater back on. Other than that, not really a whole lot else going on. Just same old, same old. Back to net control, K2 RHF.
Very good, Bob. Thanks very much for those comments. All right, last call for anyone checking into the net tonight, or any comments from anyone on the net?
K2A, Jeff Today. No.
All right, this wouldn't be a complete net without talking to Jeff. Go ahead with your comments.
Everyone, yep, just get late dinner, got extra family over, so it's not the usual schedule. That's all right. It's a great day. Spent most of the weekend in Albany hanging out with some friends. It was nice down there too. Good to get away from the black flies for a day or so. And I come back and I found one end of my trapeze is down. So I gotta put that end up, and so I can actually get some height out of the G5 RV. Otherwise, I gotta put it on the other end of the trapeze. I don't know if I have enough feed line yet, but I may just have to do that temporarily. Good idea. Anyway, hope everybody's well. 7-3. Have a good one. Catch you next week. Back to that. J2A.
All right, very good, Jeff. Thanks for those comments. Joe, N2QFT, I think that brings us up to 16-16.
Roger, I agree with 16.
Right then, thanks everyone for participating tonight. Go ahead and close down the net at 19:35 hours. This has been a regular session of the Saratoga County Amateur Radio Association net. I'll see you again next Sunday. This is W2EMS. I'll be clear.